And welcome to another episode of Full Metal Random. This is going to be a really great match. We've got three people who really know their WCW and um, in this, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. But before I get to competitors, I've got the co-host. You would have seen him in the NXT random match a while back. It's Nico's reaching for the stars for goalie. Nico, how's it going?
Don't let Sandy tell you otherwise. I am the reigning random NXT Trivia Champion. I just need a strap to prove it and a title defense to further cement my legacy. But yeah, we're going from one of the best wrestling companies of all time to one of the weirdest ones here in Full Metal Random, WCW. And we're going to have a good time tonight. I can tell you that much.
But we've got a few great competitors here. This is her first random match ever. Got Harley. Harley, how's it going?
It's going pretty well, I'd say. But hey, Nico, you're only the NXT champion because the old runner of Full Metal Random refused to let me be in that match. I was the first one to accept Hunter's challenge, and of course, I'm never allowed to be in that match under the old management rules. That's why Malcolm is a great Full Metal Random runner. He's letting me in a wrestling match.
Okay.
But anyway, Harley, how do you feel about competing against Jeremy and Ryan in this match?
When it comes to Ryan, I know he may not be the most current wrestling fan, but I know he knows and loves his WCW. So that's why I specifically wanted him in this match. And especially after watching that singles match with Caleb Boltman, I wanted him in this match because his knowledge of the Nitro Girls. But unfortunately, we're stuck with one of my former rivals in the wrestling trivia, the great JTH. But yeah, no, I'm also a big. I am a pretty big WCW fan just because I've seen so much and I've gone back and I've seen every Nitro at least twice. Thunder, I've tortured myself through. And Saturday night, WCW Saturday night, let's bring it.
But anyway, going on to JDH. JDH, how's it going, and how's your new internet treating you?
Going pretty good. Obviously, I was here because you invited me here. It's not really because I was the greatest in WCW. If this was WWEF, I think I would absolutely own. WCW was not the company that I followed as much. I kind of started it once it actually became WCW. If we get a lot of Crockett stuff, I might be in some trouble. I might be in some trouble in general. I don't know how many times Bob Saget appeared on WCW, so we might be in some trouble here. So just here to have some fun, hopefully get some questions right, and maybe with a couple questions right, I'll have a better average than Chris Davis right now.
But last but not least, we've got the quote, Ryan Permison. Ryan, how's it going?
I don't know how I can follow these two promos up, but I'm going to try. Look, I'm happy to be here. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. This is going to be a great match. Like the other said, I grew up watching this wrestling organization. It was my first exposure to pro wrestling back in the 90s. During the course of the Monday Night Wars, WCW was the company that started it all for me. And because of that, I'm here representing the greatest faction within that company. My favorite wrestler growing up, 7'1", 315 pounds. He is the undisputed master of the jackknife powerbomb, leader of the Wolfpack, big sexy, Kevin Nash. So believe me when I tell you that the Wolfpack is in the house tonight. I'm going to do my best. Hopefully I put some points on the board. I'm going to put my knowledge to good use as best I can. This is my Nitro. This is my Thunder. This is my pay-per-view, all rolled into one glorious package. Let's get to it. Back to you at the desk.
I was worried. I thought you were going to say the Dungeon of Doom.
No, absolutely not.
What about the Alliance Stand Hulkamania and that classic uncensored match?
Yeah. But anyway, how the show works is we have a 25-minute main round in which everyone will answer as many questions as they can to rack up points. And then after the 25 minutes, there'll be a 3-minute speed round in which every time you get a question wrong, you lose a point, and every time you get one right, you gain a point. And there will be a short break after 15 minutes if there's time to rest. But you also all get 3 challenges, 3 repeats, and 1 challenge. We'll probably be here all night if they had 3 challenges.
Yeah.
But anyway, without any further ado, Nico, hit them with their first question.
All right, your first question is a softball. Who is the founder of WCW? And hold up your boards once you have the answer so we can keep getting through these questions. And they all have their boards up, I believe.
Yep. Harley, what do you have?
Ted Turner.
That is correct. JDH.
I overthought it. I said Jim Crockett.
Ryan, what do you have?
That would be the media baron. Ted Turner.
Billionaire Ted.
Billionaire Ted. That's right.
But anyway, the next question is another softball. Got to start off with some softballs before we get into some meatier stuff. What does WCW stand for?
Oh God.
Oh,
and
man,
no,
that is a hard one.
And no, the answer is not Walk with Elias.
That doesn't make any
Come up
sense.
with all these weird
I don't get
references. I don't get your references, Nico.
Modern day wrestling. Watch it.
Oh, I can't.
No,
I don't have the time,
I'm
the money, or the
not
energy.
WWE.
This is the wrestling I watch, Nico. You see this shirt right here? I watch
I do.
Wolfpack Wrestling, son.
I do. I specifically see the W on the shirt.
That's right.
It looks like Ryan and JTH have.
Okay.
All of them have it up.
JDH, what do you have?
World Championship Wrestling.
That is correct. Ryan.
I wouldn't be a real fan if I got this wrong. World Championship Wrestling, where the big boys play.
And Harley.
Of course, World Championship Wrestling.
Wrestling.
We came to
All
see
right.
the big boys.
That's
All right,
right.
question number 3. In what year did Monday Nitro begin?
Oh, that's a good question.
Not really. I can name the date.
Don't be a show off. Just answer
please,
the question
please
right.
don't be a show.
Actually, I don't want to get I don't want to
You
get
get points off if you put the
RJ
wrong
mad.
Okay, they all have the boards up. They all have the boards up.
And don't say you were there either.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I don't live anywhere near.
Anyway, Ryan, what do you
It was at
have?
the Mall of America, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Labor Day, 1995.
Harley, what do you have?
Yeah, September '95.
And JDH.
95.
And they all get the point. And the next question is, which actor famously held the WCW World Heavyweight Championship?
If any of them gets this
Oh,
wrong,
dear.
I will be amazed.
I'd like to get this wrong.
I don't know. It could have been the other person I'm thinking of.
It looks like
He was a better champion than Vince McMahon was.
they've all got their boards up. Harley, what do you have?
Of course, David Arquette.
JDH.
Mr. Courtney Cox, David Arquette.
Former.
And Ryan.
It was that guy Gordy from that movie, David Arquette.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Question number 5, and we need 2 answers here. Which 2 wrestlers competed in a best-of-7 series for a chance to compete for Fit Finley's World Television Championship?
Good question, my friend. Good question.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of one of these, but not so much the other.
Ooh, someone's got some haterade over there.
Yeah, I know. I kind of got to agree with Malcolm there, but we're probably thinking of different answers.
So cryptic, you people.
JTH taking his time.
It's a long answer, buddy.
But they've all got their boards up. JTH, what did you have?
I'm way off. I said Booker T and Chris Jericho.
Booker T is correct. Chris Jericho isn't. Ryan, what do you have?
It was Harlem Heat's own Booker T and the Crippler Chris Benoit.
And that's correct. Harley.
Yeah, I've got the same thing, Booker T and Chris Benoit.
That is correct.
And let me guess, Malcolm, yours is Booker T?
No, my favorite is Booker T.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, I gotta go with Benoit.
Question number 6.
But anyway, I was getting there, Nico. Which wrestler said Kidman needs a bath in a promo in which he insulted all of the competitors of a cruiserweight battle royale?
Can you repeat the beginning of that?
Yep. Which wrestler said Kidman needs a bath in a promo in which he insulted all of the competitors of a cruiserweight battle royale?
Ooh.
Have you ever been in a cruiserweight battle royale, Malcolm?
No, not really.
Have you ever told someone they need a bath?
A couple of times.
Interesting commentary, fellas.
I think they all have the boards up.
Ryan, what do you have?
I'm not sure. Was it Eddie Guerrero?
That was not Eddie Guerrero. Harley.
No, it wasn't Eddie.
I'm going with Hulk Hogan for his feud with Kidman.
That is not correct. And JD8.
It sounds like Sean Waltman's character 6.
That is also incorrect. JD8 said it for the last question. It was Chris Jericho.
Oh, it was Y2J. It was Lionheart. Okay.
All right.
That
Question number 7. What is the name of the wrestler with a sparkly stormtrooper helmet that had an unforgettable debut when he burst through a wall during a backstage segment?
What the frack is this?
It was on the Sarah Flair for Gold.
Okay,
I'm not even a WCW fan, and all you had to say was one of those clues, and I would have known it.
It's definitely a very famous moment. But Harley, what do you have?
I got the Sockmaster.
That is correct. JDH.
The Shockmaster.
That is correct. Ryan.
I said the Maestro.
Ooh.
Decent enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Jake Marangoni was alive at that time.
No, not that Maestro. There was an actual wrestler named the Maestro.
But anyway, question number 8. Who did Ric Flair defeat to become the first WCW World Heavyweight Champion?
Woo!
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Okay, so just clarification. This is after the split with the NWA, right?
I think.
Yes.
Okay. I hope I'm right then, because...
Ric Flair, a.k.a. Charlotte's dad.
But
Charlotte Flair, no longer known as Ric Flair's daughter.
But anyway,
right.
everyone's got their boards up. JDH, what do you have?
I want to say it was Rick Rude.
That is not correct. Ryan.
I'm not sure if this is right. Harley Race?
That is also not correct.
No, it wasn't Harley Race.
Yeah, I went with Rick Rude too for when he unified the international title with it.
That's what I thought.
It was actually Sting.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, the Clash of Champions match. That's when they unified the title.
The first one that they did in '84. Okay. Jeez.
But anyway, go to question number 9.
That's right.
Who was the last WCW World Heavyweight Champion crowned on the final episode of Monday Nitro?
Like I say, there was more WCW title matches after it went under.
You needed that clarification helped.
Yeah, definitely helped.
Okay, I think they all have the boards up.
Yep. Ryan, what do you have?
Was it Booker T?
That is correct. Harley.
Yeah.
Defeating Scott Steiner, Booker T.
And JDH.
Booker T.
And everyone got it.
Yep.
And your next question. In 1991, there was a short-lived 6-man tag team championship. Who were the only two wrestlers to have held it twice?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
I love trios wrestling. So much fun.
Hold it twice? Okay.
There'll be a bit, I wonder if they'll ever do another 6-man tag team championship in WWE.
Well, they've done it in New Japan and Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground, so I think those promotions have it covered.
That's a good question.
There's a huge history of the trios titles.
But Harley, what do you have?
I went with Tommy Rich and Terrence Taylor, a.k.a. Terry Taylor.
You're half right.
You're half right. JDH, what do you have?
I only got to Michael Hayes, but I know that's not right.
No,
that
Hayes
is
not.
correct. And Ryan.
No, I said Ming and the Barbarian.
It was Ricky Morton and Tommy Rice.
Richard Morton and Terrence Taylor. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's a deep one.
All right.
But Tommy Rich was the other one, but yeah.
Question number 11. Which tag team held the WCW Tag Team Championships the most times with 10 title reigns?
Good Lord Almighty. Oh my gosh. Oof. Oof. Oofa. No.
I can't tell if Harley already has her answer down or if she's taking her time.
If everyone's good to go.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's good to go. Ryan, what do you have?
Total shot in the dark. Was it Harlem Heat?
That is
correct.
Wow.
Harley.
Yeah, I was thinking of all the teams that held it multiple times. Harlem Heat.
And JDH.
Same thing. Harlem Heat.
Boy, we can totally dig that question.
I like that reference.
But anyway, the next question is, who was the last holder of the WCW Television Championship?
Oh, God.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, this title did not get treated as well as the U.S. and Cruiserweight titles.
The last one.
Oh, there's a good story about this, too. But I won't tell it.
Hold on.
Looks like both JDH and Harley are ready. But
okay.
Harley, what do you have?
The Canadian Hacksaw Jim Duggan, member of Team Canada.
Correct, JDH.
I got it confused with the hardcore title. I said Ming.
And looks like Ryan didn't get it.
I said Evan Courageous.
Ooh.
Found it in a garbage can.
All right. Question number 13. Which two female wrestlers were in the finals of the championship tournament to be crowned the first WCW Women's Champions? We need two answers.
Yes, sir. I think this is right. Or was it the other one? No, I think it was these two.
Malcolm, are we counting down?
Both JDH and Ryan are ready, and they're ready anyway. JDH.
I said Medusa and Sherry.
One half of that is correct.
Medusa.
Ryan.
Was it before she was Molly Holly, Mona and Medusa?
No. And Harley.
Darn it.
I went with Bull Nakano and Medusa.
Medusa is correct. Akira Hokuto was the other one.
Hokuto.
Oh,
Akira Hokuto.
The only two champions.
But question 14. What year was the first Starrcade event that was held under the WCW banner after it was split from NWA?
Oh, jeez.
A year question. Will any of them have the Brooklyn Veil curse plague them?
Does this count? Because they started branding themselves WCW, but not really owned as WCW.
we'll see what you've got, and like we can challenge it afterwards if it needs to be. But because I'm pretty sure this is from sort of after it's became just WCW. But yeah.
Okay, just give me one quick second then. Okay, I'm good. No, I needed that clarification.
Yeah,
The TV show was called.
But Ryan, what do you have?
I don't know. 1992.
Ooh. Harley.
It was the other one, wasn't it?
1991.
That is correct.
Oh, Brooklyn Rail Sandwich.
I was way off. I said 88.
Right, Brooklyn,
originally, that's what it was when it was the TV show called WCW. Still NWA.
Yeah.
Okay, question 15. What was the Malcolm, your name is blocking this thing. There we go. What was the theme of that year's Starrcade leading to the Battle Bowl main event? So this is a follow-up question.
Okay. Okay. No idea what's going on here.
And the answer, yeah.
Here we
go. Both Harley and Ryan are ready. I'll give and JDH just got ready too. So, Harley, what do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. The Lethal Lottery.
That is correct.
Oh.
JDH, what did you have?
Starring Bob Saget.
I mean, Full House was in its stride back then, so not a bad guess.
Snowdown got their anarchy from it.
What do you have?
It said like a Hollywood Starlet, Hollywood Walk of Fame type event. I don't know what's going on in here.
But anyway, that we're in the short break because there was 15 minutes.
That was quick.
Oh, I want to keep answering.
Well,
I just want that joke to sink in.
Okay, let's start talking about WCW.
It's only a short break. I'll go recap the scores and I'll get back into it in a bit. But the scores I've got, and Nico's been keeping the scores too, so we'll see if this matches up. I've got Harley in the lead with 11 points. Ryan is second place with 7, and I've got JTH nipping on his tails with 6.
I have the same score.
Okay. Still a close game here, everyone. Anything can happen.
But I'll just set the timer for 10 minutes to close off the main round.
Yeah, sorry, but asking for clarification. Sometimes you
that's fine. Like sometimes, if you need the clarification, it does help.
Yeah, it helps Nico too. Nico doesn't mind asking for clarification.
But yeah, because I mean, this is stuff that I sort of looked up. Like WCW is not something I'm hugely familiar with.
I was going to say, did you go to the people in that other wrestling trivia league to help you?
Oh, Hunter helped write some of these questions as well. So, but yeah. But anyway, your first question in the second half of the main round. What city was the first Great American Bash that was under the WCW banner? Once again, this was after it was just WCW and not part of NWA.
And we don't mean the WWE version of the Great American Bash either.
I told you not to say that name, Nico. WWE. Don't say that name in here.
You're fired.
But both Harley and everyone's really Harley, what do you have?
I went with Atlanta.
That is not correct. JDH.
I said Washington, D.C.
Also not correct. Ryan.
Was it my neck of the woods, Baltimore, Maryland?
It was
correct.
Yeah.
Hello, Marylander here. I should know.
All right. Question number 2, technically 17. What was the main event match of the very last WCW pay-per-view titled Greed? And we need this. We need the competitors and the stipulation if there was one.
Oofa, oofa.
I mean,
oofa.
if they just have the computers, I might still accept it. But
That's fair. We'll see what they have.
Hold on, I gotta write down them. Oofa, oofa, oofa. It's a D, man. It's a D.
And they're already JTH. What did you get?
I said Scott Steiner versus Kevin Nash.
Scott Steiner is one half of the answer, but Kevin Nash is. Ryan.
Was it Scott Steiner versus Booker T in a unified title match?
That is not correct. Harley.
Yeah, I went with Scott Steiner, Booker T at lead pipe on a pole match.
It was Scott Steiner versus DDP in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Oh, I would have liked to have watched that.
But
I remember that now. Yeah, it was.
Oh, jeez.
I remember that feud.
But anyway, the next question is, what was the name of the companion show to WCW Nitro? So basically the WCW version of SmackDown.
Gee, I wonder.
Ooh, I like it.
I may or may not have seen this show once upon a time.
Yeah.
May or may not have been talked about before we went live.
Wink, wink. We were
That's a
talking
recurring
backstage.
theme in Random is everything. Yeah. They have their boards up.
Yeah,
But Harley, what do you have?
WCW Thunder.
That is correct. JDH.
WCW Thunder.
And Ryan.
I played the game religiously on PlayStation 1. WCW Thunder.
You poor bastard. Oh my god, that game sucked.
Dude, when I was a kid, it was the greatest thing ever.
Question 19. Question 19. Who was the first WCW Cruiserweight champion?
Ooh, good question.
You're not going to judge me for spelling, are you?
No.
I am the dad driving this van, and I will turn this shit around if things go sideways.
You do realize that we are much older and wiser than you, so technically we're in charge here, boy. But we'll let it slide because you're co-hosting with my boy over there, Malcolm. So, you know, just saying, Nico.
They have the boards up. Oh wait, nope. Hold on.
Harley's
wait, hold on. We're going to commercial.
Yeah, sure.
But JTH, what do you have?
I said Ultimo Dragon.
That is incorrect. Ryan.
Was it Juicin' Thunder Liger?
Also incorrect. Harley.
Hashimoto.
We have Brian Pillman.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh,
no.
No, I challenge. That is the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship. That Ravens with Scotty Flamingo, Brian Pillman, Houston Thunder Liger. That's the Light Heavyweight Championship.
I've paused the timer. I will check this.
We're live on TNT, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, I can. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Flying Brian Pillman was the first one. Lost it to Liger.
Yeah.
Pillman won it back, and then Scotty Flamingo had it.
Jeez.
And Scott Armstrong, I believe.
Brian Pillman was actually going to be my other guess.
Hold on. So what I'm seeing is on Wikipedia, I'm looking at both the Cruiserweight Championship and the Light Heavyweight Championship for WCW. They were both won by Brian Pillman first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Brian Pillman defeated Ricky Morton at Halloween Havoc, become the Cruiserweight Champion.
That's the Light Heavyweight title.
But he was also the first Cruiserweight champion. We're looking at both belts, and he held both titles first.
Okay, let's get back to the match. I'll look over this afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, next. But anyway,
20. Question 20.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure might have been spoiled early in the match, but I can't remember. But where was the first Nitro show located? We'll just take the place it took place in, not the state.
That seems to be a recurring theme of random matches. Is one question always seems to get spoiled before it ever gets asked.
We can't help it. We like talking backstage before these matches.
But anyway, Ryan, what do you have?
Yeah, Mall of America in Minneapolis.
Harley.
Yeah, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I spelled it horribly, but if you can someone make that out.
And JDH.
Mall of America.
Malcolm, are we giving Harley the point because she gave the state and city, but not the Mall of America?
I needed Mall America.
Yeah, I mean that's what I had.
I heard city.
We said we will take just the place, not the state. So
Yeah,
that means the Mall of America.
Oh, the place, like
yeah.
The venue.
It's right.
you should have said venue.
Just concede it, Harley. We need all the help we can get.
Okay. Question 21. Question 21. At Sold Out 1997, Eddie Guerrero faced who in a ladder match for the U.S. Championship?
At least I got to make it up here.
That's man.
Great, it's a great ladder match too.
This is, man, I don't know if it was this person or another one. Probably wrong.
And everyone's got their boards up. Harley, what do you have?
6.
That is correct. JDH.
I said Di Malenko.
And Ryan.
I said Psychosis.
Oof.
But next question is, who was the tag team partner for Ron Simmons in the Team of Doom?
I'm surprised this team wasn't called Damn.
And that was long before this.
I can still make the joke because it's funny.
Actually, that would be too long. I don't have time to write that.
This is another deep question I am not going to get.
But anyway, both Ryan and Harley have their boards up, but it looks like JDH is conceding. But Harley, what do you have?
The Natural Butch Reed, managed by Theodore Arlong.
That is correct. Right. You got nothing, JDH?
I said Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah. Harley.
Okay. Question 23. At Starrcade 1999, Vampiro wrestled 2 times back-to-back. First against Dr. Death Steve Williams, and the second against who?
Oh. This one I might get. If not, I'm going to feel kind of sad, but we'll see.
What was it with WCW having people do double duty on pay-per-views?
Just wait till the next pay-per-view. Or shit happens. Guess everyone leaves.
But,
JTH, do you have your answer?
Maybe. Depends on if it's right or not.
JDH, what do you have?
I said Raven.
Ryan, what do you have?
I said his manager, Oklahoma.
That is correct. Harley.
Wow.
I went with Billy Kidman.
Ooh, I got one on Harley. This is unprecedented, folks.
Yeah. Brian Alvarez.
The next question is, at Road Wild 1998, the main event was a tag team match involving Hulk Hogan and DDP. What 2 celebrities were their partners?
When wrestling goes mainstream.
I don't know if one of these competitors... I remember this pay-per-view very well.
You were there on your motorcycle, weren't you?
But everyone,
yeah, I was.
Everyone's got their boards up. Ryan, what do you have?
I believe it was Eric Bischoff and Jay Leno.
Jay Leno's correct. Bischoff was not. Ali.
Of course, Hogan's famous celebrity partner, Dennis Rodman, and Jay Leno.
Wait a minute, whoa, you said Road Wild, didn't you? I heard Road Wild in the question, not the other one.
Yeah, it was Road.
That.
You're challenging that, but anyway, yeah. JDH, what did you get anything?
Well, I said Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone.
Okay, let's check Road Wild 1998. Pausing the clock.
No,
Yeah.
it was DDP and Leno against Hogan and Bischoff at Road Wild. I know that for a fact.
We're checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I got thrown off when you said two celebrities. So I was like, well, it can't be
Yeah, I was
Bischoff
like,
then, because you said
Bischoff
two
isn't a
celebrities.
celebrity. He's the president of the company.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here for Road Wild 1998, Diamond Dallas Page and Jay Leno defeated Hollywood Hogan and Eric Bischoff. So it looks
Ryan
like
gets the point. Harley.
Yeah, I was thrown off by the celebrity part.
Mm-hmm.
it's all right. It happens. But we move on now as Malcolm restarts the clock. Question 25. During an episode of both Nitro and Monday Night Raw, Triple H and DX invaded Monday Nitro. What state were they both in?
Oh.
The first shot fired of the Monday Night Wars.
What?
Mhm.
Or so WWE likes to claim.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of Lex Luger there.
They've all got their boards up. Ryan, what do you have?
Was it down south in Georgia?
No.
What are you talking about? They went to the headquarters of the company.
Harley, what do you have?
Yeah, I said Georgia as well.
Yeah.
JDH?
No, they were in Richmond and Norfolk in Virginia.
Yeah, JTH is right.
Yeah.
But they knocked on the headquarters of the WCW doors, and I thought that was in
No,
Georgia.
no. This fight will begin at the Norfolk Scope with WCW.
Okay.
Malcolm asked the next question.
But anyway,
Got
this is going to be the last question before the speed round as well.
Almost.
The final episode of Nitro was in what year?
Final episode. Oh, okay. All right. Redemption time for me on this one. You're right, JTH. I remember the clip of Triple H saying blah, blah, blah. I almost challenged that.
Okay, all of them have their boards up.
Yep. Harley, what do you have?
I've got March 26, 2001.
JDH, what do you have?
I kept it simple, 2001.
Ed Ryan, what do you have?
Stop showing off, Harley. Gosh, 2001. Man.
I posted about this in the Combat Wrestling Trivia chat. Our Facebook page.
Gee willikers.
But anyway, this is what the score is going into the speed round. We've got Harley in the lead with 15 points. Ryan is second with 13 points, and JDH is third with 10 points. So it is really close, and this is where sort of anything can happen.
I have Ryan with 12. What did I miss from him?
Did you count the
I did count the Road Wild one, but I don't know what I'm missing here.
I mean, maybe I counted one twice, but
somebody in the chat, let us know.
Ryan, you what was Ryan's score? Ryan's score was 7 before we started the second half. You had Baltimore, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so that would make 8 points. You had WCW Thunder, so that's 9. Nobody had Pillman. He had Mall of America, so that's 10. He didn't. Did you have 6?
No.
Okay. Did you have Butch Reed?
Nope.
You had Oklahoma, so that's 11. You had Jay Leno and Eric Bischoff, so that is 12.
The last Nitro being in 2001.
And he just got Nitro.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Hello, the last Nitro, man.
I forgot there was one more question that I rushed Malcolm to have him ask.
It was that other question.
I swear I thought I marked that one down for you. My bad.
It's okay, but you were incorrect, but we corrected you, so it's all good.
But anyway, the speed runs where everything can change, because as soon as everyone gets a question wrong, they lose a point. So without any further ado, Nico, hit them.
Can we just do a quick score again? Just
Yep. So Harley is in the lead with 15 points. Ryan has 13 points. And JTH is 10 points.
And Harley no longer has her challenge. That should be mentioned. So
Yes.
As we get into the speed round, Malcolm, have you started the clock?
Now,
Name 3 of the 5 wrestlers that wrestled as the Dangerous Alliance in the War Games match at Wrestle Brawl 1992. Oh, Wrestle War 1992, excuse me. And if you do try to do all 5 and a lot of them are wrong, we will not give you the point.
we call that the RJ rule.
Ryan has his board up.
I never even heard of this pay-per-view.
I mean, you would have been really young about that time, so I'm not surprised.
I think it was before Ryan's time, so or a little before my time, I should say.
JTH, do you have your answer?
I do.
Okay.
Harley, what do you have?
I've got Arn Anderson, Rick Rude, and Larry Sabisco.
That is correct.
Oh, shit.
JTH, what did you get?
No.
Wait, there were 5 wrestlers, so let's see the board.
Yes, there were 5. So what did you put?
Well, I said Kamala, the Taskmaster, and the Shark.
Okay, yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Right.
I thought too far ahead. I said the Stinger, the Lexi Brother, and Macho Man.
Ooh.
This
Yeah,
guy
I was
thinks
way
it's
off.
stable. Paul Heyman's stable.
I was way off.
I
I never even heard of that paper.
question is, what year did the famous WCW invasion by the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, take place?
Can you repeat the question?
Yep.
Can you-
What year did the famous WCW invasion by the team Outsiders, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, take place?
Oh, what year? Okay, got it.
And they've all got their boards up. JTH.
1996.
Ryan.
Yep, 1996. Got my point back.
And Harley.
96.
Well
Sorry,
done,
6
well done, well
6 is
done.
not that physical.
Okay, and speaking of 1996, in that year, Sting debuted his darker character and his most famous look. What movie was that look referencing?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Softballs.
Is it though? No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
I know, I'm kidding.
Then don't miss it.
They've all got their boards up. Ryan.
Good thing I saw this movie not too long ago. That would be The Crow.
And Harley.
The Crow, Sting.
Yep.
And
Great movie.
JTH.
The Crow.
And The Crow's a great movie too.
And this will be the final question.
Oh wow. All the marbles.
In 1995, which WWE champion appeared on WCW Nitro and dumped their WWE championship belt in the garbage bin?
Yep.
And there are two names we will accept.
Yeah.
If we name both, do we still get the point?
Yep.
Well, I mean,
You get double.
as long as both names is the same person. So
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
I'd like to solve the puzzle, Malcolm.
Harley, what did you have?
I got a Alundra Blaze, or would you accept Medusa?
That is correct. JTH.
Alundra Blaze, a.k.a. Medusa. 20 points for me.
And Ryan.
20 points
make
for you.
make that 30 points for Ryan. Alundra Blaze / Medusa. Boom, got it.
Well, now you're just making shit up.
Your winner,
Say it.
Harley Boric.
You got to be kidding me.
But I mean, this was a great match. It was like Harley was in the lead with 19 points. Ryan came in second with 15, and JTH was with 12. So it was pretty close all through the board. Like no one really has anything really to be disappointed with. There's just a few slip ups that and maybe like go to the winner. Harley, how do you feel about winning your first random match?
Just like the diamond cutter. Yeah, never saw it coming.
I did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no. Hopefully, this proved that the old runner of Full Metal Random made a huge mistake, not even letting me compete in the previous wrestling Full Metal Random. Trust me, I know my wrestling. I love my wrestling. That's the thing that I've loved since early '90s. And WCW. Yeah, no, I'm glad for the competition between someone who's I've had a great rivalry with in the past with JTH and of course Ryan. Like I said, I knew you loved WCW, so I wanted you specifically in this match. Glad you took me up on it. But and also just a little bit of promotion here. See, this is why the current combat wrestling trivia champion. I think he's a paper champion. He needs to be worried. I'm coming for that belt. Wrestling is my jam. And anyone other wants to challenge me to and Smoky Mountain Wrestling, NWA, AWA, World Class Championship Wrestling. When it comes to Full Metal Random, I'll take you up in a heartbeat. Give me Stampede. Give me New Japan. Give me All Japan. All Star Wrestling in British. So, but it's just like, in all honesty, thanks for letting me compete in my first ever Full Metal Random match. I'm also, Malcolm, looking forward to a Survivor, the TV show Survivor Full Metal Random, where I will also dominate that one.
Malcolm, I'm not going to help you write any of those matches should you grant Harley her wish.
If anyone out there is interested in them, then I'll find someone to help me write them. With random, yes, it's all good to throw out a challenge, but there needs to be people that need to accept it as well and go, oh yeah, I can do that. So, but there's that.
Old school wrestling fans, John Roca, I'll challenge you to an old school WWF trivia.
I was taking a page out of my book.
Yeah, but anyway, go to second place. Ryan, you had a few kind of moments in which you knew the answer, but just didn't get it in time or wrote the wrong one down. But how do you feel about your performance today?
Yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. This was a great match. This awesome looking shirt that I've been keeping in my collection for over 20 plus years in my drawer. It's just been sitting there collecting invisible dust. I've been waiting for a reason to bring it out, and there was finally a reason to bring it out. Wolfpack style. So this was great. I had fun. Second place, it's nothing to sneeze at. Getting a silver medal in this is good. I've had a run of some good luck and some good moments in certain matches that have come up lately without spoiling anything. So it's been fun. So thank you for having me. Thank you to all the question writers who put this together, because WCW, no one really talks about it anymore. So I'm happy that WCW is represented, and we got you the highest ratings in the history of Full Metal Random for you, Malcolm, as the new commissioner of this portion of the league. So congrats on that, my friend. And the old school VHS tapes and all the episodes I remember watching of Nitro Thunder and whatever pay-per-views or whatever else I was watching, they for the most part they paid off. So my hat's off to everyone who put this together. My hat's off to Harley for winning. Congratulations to you. And JTH, you were here. You were entertaining. You were great. You were wonderful. And you're one of the national treasures of these leagues. So we hope to see you back real soon. But Malcolm, I'm going to turn things back over to you at the desk. What do you got to say, pal?
Yeah. I've definitely got a few random matches that you got your name down for. So, is there any sort of other areas that you haven't actually put your name down for that you'd be interested in doing a random match in?
Oh, but yeah, there's two random matches that I want to get on the books, hopefully somewhere down the line, and that would be the two S's. That would be the greatest sitcom of all time in the history of television, known as Seinfeld, and my favorite superhero television series of all time that gave us an origin story of the Man of Steel. That would be Smallville. So if anyone's watching this footage, That's right. That's right. Iconic theme song. Don't knock it till you listen to it. If anyone's up for a Smallville or Seinfeld Full Metal Random match, hit us up on the Facebook page. Let us know in the comment section below of this video. I challenge anyone, if you want to take me on, just bring it.
Well, I mean, it does happen. I do have both of them on the books. But I actually did have you down for the Smallville one. You're actually going to be going up against my buddy Matt Kearns in that.
That'll be a respectable contest because I respect Matthew Kearns.
But there is another person in there. I can't remember who else said they wanted to be in there. But anyway, he's got the bronze medal. JDH, how do you feel about your performance in this match?
Well, third place wasn't all that bad. It came with a free Pepsi, so I'll drink to that.
Yes, the choice of the JTH generation.
Ultimately, I was hoping for a couple more questions about when RoboCop saved Sting in '92. I was expecting some more. I was expecting some more J.J. Dillon questions, some more Johnny B. Bad questions. Maybe not any of the Bill Shaw era. That was kind of a waste. But ultimately, I was thrilled with my performance. Obviously, I said WCW is not my favorite promotion, simply because there was no Bob Saget ever during the era. So,
hey, you got another mention.
Yeah. Cheap plug. Got to plug Bob Saget. It was fun to blow an hour off on trying to remember stuff about wrestling. Did you just laugh at me saying blow?
No.
I think you
continue.
did. I think you did.
No, you said an hour. I'm like, come on. Whatever. Keep going.
No. I'll just end the promo there. So we just end with blow off an hour.
But anyway, JH, is there any other sort of random matches you want? I think I've got you down for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles match, but is there anything else?
Is that movies or like all movies, comic books, and TV shows? Like, what does that entail?
I mean, I'll probably do it as everything. So,
let's see.
If you were doing just movies, I would have taken you up on that.
Full Metal Ninja Turtles. Something Harley might actually be interested in because we've talked about it a couple of times. Full Metal Random Pokemon. Would definitely like to get into that. Let's see. Full Metal Powerpuff Girls. I don't know how many people would volunteer for that, though. Full Metal Auto Racing. Full Metal The Smurfs. Full Metal King of the Hill. And Full Metal every category JTH knows. So maybe I'll finish second in that match.
I'll do King of the Hill.
So, 8 Full Metal Random matches that I might finish second in one of them and last in all the rest. So, back to you, Malcolm.
Well, I mean, Pokemon is a real possibility because there is someone out there that's actually waiting for a challenger for Pokemon. So, I'll put your name down for that one as well. And Harley, if she wants in, then I'll put her name down for that as well. So, but anyway, that the thing.
Correction. Whenever you guys look on Wikipedia or anything right now, for some reason, a lot of people have combined the light heavyweight and the WCW cruiserweight, but it was officially Shinya Onita was the first.
You won anyway. I
was
so nitpicky.
Heavyweight. I'm so wrong on that.
But anyway, Nico, how did you feel the match went?
I enjoyed this very much. Like these are 3 very entertaining personalities right here talking about one of the most insane wrestling companies of all time for whatever reasons you want to put down. Bob Saget got several mentions in this match, which is always happy.
How did that happen?
I don't know how he ended up in this conversation, but I will say, though, once you're NWO, you know you're NWO for life.
Not really.
For the next,
and by the way,
hour I was on this stream.
And by the way, I just want to mention Zaddy Smith in the chat. He's saying he wants in on that Smallville match. And I know Zadius loves his Smallville. I feel like he'd do great in that match. So Malcolm, you might want to put him in there. And I'm just wondering, like, how long it will be before there's a Full Metal random match about Full Metal trivia and the lengthy history of all the mergers we've had and the people who have competed in it. Like, that would be the most meta thing ever.
We don't talk about that stuff.
That'd be a long night.
I mean, if someone wants to do that as a match, then they can always put the challenge out. So
that would be a 3-hour random match.
But anyway, we've come to another end. Next week is going to be a very big match. We've got resident multiplex loudmouth, even louder than Nico can be sometimes. But we've got Caleb Coho taking on Lucas Shieldbuck. I know I'm butchering his name, and Brian Michaels, to see who knows the most about this franchise that is about pirates that live in the Caribbean.
Why? There's only one movie. There isn't a franchise. It's just one movie.
So you mean it's a Disney live action match, but it's written by Caleb Coho?
Yeah.
I don't know why people hate the pirate movies. They're pretty entertaining.
There's only one Pirates movie. There isn't 5.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
But anyway, Harley, where can people find you online?
Oh, you can always find me anywhere. Just look me up on Facebook, Harley Boric. Of course, I'm all over the place with helping out these leagues, and of course, I'm the editor for Full Metal Geek. And of course, I'm on a winning streak on there, so I'm happy about that. Those two competitors right there. I defeated Lucas, and I defeated Caleb in multiplex. So hey, whatever with them. But also you can also find me over at Combat Wrestling Trivia, where we do a bunch of wrestling trivia. This week we have Alex versus Luke going up, which is a fun match. I highly recommend it. If you're a wrestling fan, check it out. You got the middleweight division, where of course I've won the first ever match. I'm going to be the first ever middleweight champion as soon as we find enough people who want a job to me. So we've already got Alex. So, but also, yeah, I know we can just have. Okay, Ryan, you want a job? Okay, tune in for the next middleweight match.
Ryan, where can people find you online?
Yes, sir. If you want to talk to me more about WCW and the NWO Wolfpack for Life, or just anything else movie-related, TV-related in general, you can find me on Facebook at Ryan Permison or on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Don't forget to check out my podcast known as The Nerdcast. It's free to download. Find it on Anchor Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and wherever podcasts are available. Check out our YouTube channel, Nerd Culture. That's our lovely-looking logo right there. Find us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at It's Nerd Culture. Tons of videos up right now. New videos coming your way very soon, and you can find me competing in the various fan movie trivia leagues around this wonderful, wonderful community of ours. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for having me, and back to you in the studio.
JTH, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Facebook, Jeremy Hastings. You can find me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. And you can find me on YouTube doing my JTH reacts to the movie Trivia Schmodown. I react to the team matches. I suck at those. I react to the singles matches. I suck at those too. I react to the Inner Geekdom matches. I suck at those less, but suck at those nonetheless. So, yeah, all the content, all JTH, always playing bad and being bad, and that's about it. Bob Saget!
And Nico, we can
Danny Tanner.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. That's NICOSUAVEREGOLI. You can find me over on Multiplex Entertainment. That's the name of the Facebook group, and the YouTube channel. Twitter is at MultiplexYT. The Instagram is Multiplex Entertainment Network. The TeePublic is tpublic.com/user/multiplex. Buy our awesome shirts. Zaddy Smith and I host an Inner Geekdom discussion show called Crisis on Earthplex every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find me over at Dedicated to Art doing reactions for the Schmodown and the Who Cares Anyway podcast every Friday night. Instagram and Twitter is at D28 Channel. Twitter and Facebook Facebook and YouTube is just dedicated to art. And finally, Combat Wrestling Trivia is the name of the Facebook group. Combat Wrestling Network is the name of the YouTube channel. The poorly made Twitter handle is @CombatWrestling, the number 2. If you like wrestling, if you like wrestling trivia, come find us in those groups, and we'll get you a match, and we'll just have a good time. And also, stay tuned for the Schmodown Discord League. Stay tuned for that.
But you can find me on Take 3 Productions hosting Rankum every Sunday night, and this week's episode is going to be top 10 DC movies. It's definitely going to be a very interesting discussion to see what comes out of that. You can also find me on Full Metal hosting Random every Tuesday night, and competing in various leagues. I've got a Full Metal Geek match coming out either this week or next week. It's been recorded, I know that much. But I'm also compete over in Multiplex and also help White TV Throwdown. And Twitter, Letterboxd, and Stardust @Melkor. And until next week, stay random.